In today's Take a Day, I want to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers and how they'll get exposed again going against the Phoenix Suns. But before we get into that, though, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. We put out content every day, so you won't miss any content here. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into this. So when I think of the way the Lakers are constructed, I think of a all-star cast. You know, they got a lot of older superstars, and they're still superstars, or they're still superstars in a lot of people's mind. They're still, Hollywood type, superstar type crew that they have. And I believe they all can still play. I believe they all still got something to prove. I think they all still, can play in their own rights. But now, can they play together as a cohesive, as a unit? I'm not sure about that, especially when you add Russell Westbrook, somebody who I feel like who can hurt your offense or really help your offense. He's nowhere in the middle. It's either one or the other with Russ. So right now, when you look at the way they're playing, he's hurting their offense to a degree because he's not playing his game so he can be effective and be a part of their big three, group. Because if you look at the last game, like I said, LeBron and AD did their thing, but the third best player, which is supposed to be Russell Westbrook, or maybe their first, who knows, he didn't have a good game. He had multiple turnovers. He had some wide open shots that were missed. He had some shots that were taken that was bad selection, that wasn't high quality shots. Same old same with Russell Westbrook. But I do know this, Russ, as the season goes along, he does get better and he does start playing with more competitiveness and, he does get going. But I'm not sure if all that's going to work on this team, though. Because this team is just better when LeBron James is, passing the ball, Like this team is just much better, When LeBron is being the point guard. That's just the way it is. It's like, and to me, like I said before, it's almost like Russ needs to either try to play the two and let LeBron keep running the point, because LeBron gets everybody where they're supposed to be. He makes the right passes at all times, and he gets himself going whenever he chooses to. So it's like, it makes it hard to defend him when LeBron is running the point, because his decision making usually is pretty good. And on top of that, like I said, he's a really underrated passer, and he's always a threat to score, at any point in time, because it's LeBron. So, that's just my opinion in regards to, how the team should be ran. It should always be ran through LeBron James offensively, because he's the better point guard on the floor at all times, no matter who they're playing. He's the better point guard between any team they're playing. LeBron's the best point guard on the floor, hands down. So my thing is this: going against the Phoenix Suns, you have a team that is trying to, get back to the promised land where they were last year. A team that's trying to fight to, get back to a spot where they feel like they deserve to be, even though everybody was saying they got there because both LA teams were hurt, Lakers and Clippers. And they're trying to, make a name for themselves all over again, seem like. Because it's like that you made to the finals last year. Now you got to prove you can at least make it close to that far again. Like bare minimum, the Phoenix Suns have to make it to the conference finals, the Western Conference Finals. They have to at least make it there in order for everybody to look at them as, a team like, oh, it was a fluke, like that. That's the only way it's probably going to, make it better for them. But that's another story for another day. My thing is this. I do believe the Lakers get it together against the Phoenix Suns. And I know they play them tomorrow night, but at the same time, I do think they get it together against the Phoenix Suns. And I think they'll come up with a plan and strategize the day to try to figure out, how they can exploit the team, of course. But honestly, it's really easy. I just don't think the Phoenix Suns are that good. And the only thing the Lakers need to do is attack the Phoenix Suns. It's really nothing to even talk about. It's nothing to really even discuss. Attack them. DeAndre Ayton is really good, but at the same time, he could be had. we seen that in the finals. You got to go at him. You got to attack him. You got to, put him on his heels. He's not the greatest of shot blockers. He's not a shot blocker like Rudy Gobert or anything. You know what I'm saying? He's a adequate shot blocker, but he's not a dominant shot blocker. Like I said, like a Rudy Gobert or somebody like that. He's not that. So you can go at him. You can do what you need to do against him. You know what I'm saying? In the paint, and that's the way the Lakers going to have to. They're just going to have to attack. Go at DeAndre Ayton. Go at your defender. It doesn't matter because, like I said, the Suns. I mean, honestly, I just don't believe in anything they do. You know what I'm saying? Monty Williams, he's a pretty good coach and all that, but like I said, I'm just not a big believer in Chris Paul. I believe that's always, that to me, LeBron has a mental edge over Chris Paul, and that's just my opinion. So the mental edge he has over him, and the Lakers just being the bigger, more physical team, I just think that the Lakers are going to go in there and handle business, against the Phoenix Suns. Now, the Lakers will get exposed for their turnovers and some of their woes. I think the Lakers will probably go up maybe, 5 or 10 points, and then the Suns will come back. But I do think the Lakers can find a way to beat that team. And like I said, even though I think the Lakers are going to get exposed on the weaknesses that they have, which is the turnovers. I mean, I feel like the Lakers every game this season they're going to have many turnovers. Until they find a way to, adjust that lineup, it's going to be turnover city. The only thing that's going to save them is their talent and, the fact they have 3-star players that can just bring it home at times, especially when you got LeBron James. So, but hey, yeah, that's my take on the situation there. I definitely think that, the Lakers will find a way to prevail. Looking at the Phoenix Suns, like I said, against Denver last night, like I said, I thought the Phoenix Suns would probably pull that out, but they didn't. And somehow, I don't know, Denver beat them. I thought maybe the Phoenix Suns would beat Denver, rather easily. Denver still doesn't have Jamal Murray. So it's like, they're missing, like, they're probably, to me, Jamal Murray is like arguably their best player to me. I mean, of course, you could say Jokic is, but I mean, it's 1A, 1B, to me, because Jamal Murray makes up a lot for, what Jokic can't do, which is athleticism, breaking down defenses, and making it easier for Jokic to even dominate even more, and vice versa. So I can't say, it doesn't go both ways there, but my thing is, like I said, Phoenix, I don't think they're as good as advertised last year. I think a lot of that was fabricated, especially once, regular season, they were a good team, but playoffs, I don't know. I think a lot of that was just, it was just, like I said, I'm on board. It was just because the Lakers and Clippers weren't healthy. And that's just the way I see it. That's the only reason why I think the Phoenix Suns went to the finals. And I think, like I said, I think it was just, them going to the finals, that overshadowed just the fact that, which is the truth. They only got there because both of them teams weren't healthy. Now both of these teams are healthy, and Clippers aren't healthy, but the Lakers are, ready to go, healthy, I think the Lakers are going to go into this game and make a statement against them. But I still think the Lakers got a lot of work to do. I still think they got a lot of issues. I still think they could be in deep trouble going forward, but I do think they'll win against the Suns. And I think when they start playing the really, really good teams, the Nets and the Bucks, and when the Clippers do get right, when they start playing those teams, then you'll really be able to tell and see more about the Lakers and their weaknesses and how it affects them against those teams. But I do think that the Lakers will find a way to prevail against the Phoenix Suns. And hey, that's my take on the situation. But leave any comments in the comment section as always, and we'll engage on it. And hey, Cali out.